Sasuke vs. Santa Claus. The Christmas confrontation. The snow fell heavily over the northern mountains, a place so remote that even ninja rarely ventured there. Sasuke Uchiha stood at the peak, his Rinnegan scanning the horizon. He had tracked an unusual Sakura signature to this location, one that pulsed with an ancient power unlike anything he'd encountered before. "Show yourself," Sasuke called out, his hand resting on his Kusanagi blade. From the swirling snow emerged a figure in red, impossibly large and radiating warmth despite the frigid air. Santa Claus stepped forward, his white beard flowing in the wind, but his eyes held a sharpness that contradicted his jolly appearance. "Sasuke Uchiha." Santa's voice boomed across the mountain. I've been watching you every year, every Christmas. I see your name on a very particular list." Sasuke's eyes narrowed. "I don't have time for fairy tales, old man. That's chakra you're hiding. It's dangerous." "What are you really?" Santa chuckled, but there was no humor in it. "I am exactly what the legends say. I am the keeper of balance, the judge of hearts. For centuries, I have delivered joy to the worthy and lessons to the wicked. But you, Sasuke, you have walked a path so dark, so filled with hatred, that you've disrupted the very balance I protect." Sasuke activated his Sharingan, the Tomo spinning. "If you're looking for a fight, you've found one." Santa reached into his coat and pulled out a scroll that shimmered with golden light. "I gave you chances, Sasuke. Year after year, I hoped you would find redemption, but the darkness in your heart has grown too strong. Tonight, I must deliver your final gift." Judgment-y. Air exploded with energy as Santa unfurled the scroll. Massive runic circles appeared in the sky, each one pulsing with celestial power. Sasuke barely had time to leap backward as pillars of holy light erupted from the ground. Amaterasu, Sasuke's Mangekyo Sharingan, blazed to life, black flames materializing on Santa's coat. But to his shock, the flames simply rolled off the red fabric, unable to burn it. "Did you think mortal flames could harm the fabric woven from Christmas spirit itself?" Santa raised his hand, and suddenly toy soldiers materialized from the snow, each one glowing with magical energy. They charged at Sasuke with surprising speed and coordination. Sasuke drew his sword, cutting through the first wave with lightning speed precision. "Chidori! Kondoranda!" Lightning crackled around his hand as he thrust forward, destroying a dozen soldiers in a single strike. But for every one he destroyed, 2 more appeared. "You fight well," Santa observed, floating above the battlefield on a current of wind. "But you fight. Oh, that has always been your weakness." "I chose this path," Sasuke growled, switching to his Rinnegan. Shinra Tensei. A powerful gravitational repulsion sent the toy soldiers flying in all directions, creating a momentary clearing. Santa waved his hand, and the North Star above them began to glow with incredible intensity. Beams of pure starlight rained down on the battlefield. Sasuke had to use his full speed to dodge, the beams carving through solid rock like paper. "Impressive," Sasuke admitted, breathing heavily, "but I've fought gods before." He activated Susanoo, the ethereal warrior forming around him in layers of purple energy. "Let's see how your Christmas magic handles this." Susanoo's blade slashed towards Santa, but the old man caught it between his palms, his eyes glowing with an inner light. "You've fought gods. Yes, but have you ever fought the embodiment of humanity's collective hope and joy? I am powered by billions of believing hearts." With a grunt of effort, Santa shattered Susanoo's blade. The force of it sent shockwaves across the mountain, causing an avalanche. Sasuke quickly reformed the blade and pressed his attack, strike after strike raining down on Santa's defenses. But Santa was no ordinary opponent. He moved with grace that belied his size, deflecting attacks with candy cane staffs that materialized in his hands. Each staff could transform, becoming shields, spears, or whips of peppermint energy. "You know what your problem is, Sasuke." Santa blocked another strike, encountered with a blast of winter wind so cold it froze Susanoo's arm solid. "You think strength comes from pain and hatred, but true power comes from love and hope. Don't lecture me." Sasuke dispelled Susanoo and switched tactics. He used his Rinnegan's ability to absorb jutsu, attempting to drain Santa's magical energy. For a moment, it seemed to work. The glow around Santa dimmed. But then Santa smiled. Nice try. But Christmas magic isn't chakra, it's something older. He clapped his hands together, and suddenly Sasuke was surrounded by memories. His childhood with his family, happy moments he'd buried deep, images of Naruto reaching out to him, Sakura's concern, even moments with Team Taka. "Stop this," Sasuke said through gritted teeth, trying to shut out the memories. But they kept coming, each one a reminder of connections he'd severed, people he'd hurt. "I'm showing you what you've lost," Santa said softly. "Every person who cared for you, every moment of warmth you rejected. This is my true power, to remind people of what matters." Sasuke fell to one knee, overwhelmed not by physical pain but by the weight of his regrets. His Sharingan deactivated as tears formed in his eyes. I did what I had to do. For the village. For revenge. For your own pain. Santa knelt beside him. But revenge is a poison. Boy, I've seen it consume countless souls across the centuries. The question is, can you still be saved? Sasuke looked up at the ancient being. "Why do you care?" Santa's expression softened. "Because even on the naughty list, I believe in redemption. That's what Christmas is truly about. Second chances, hope. In the darkness, you've done terrible things, Sasuke. But you've also done good. You helped save the world. You protect the village from the shadows. The question is, will you continue down the path of light or return to darkness?" Sasuke was silent for a long moment. Then he stood, his legs shaking. "I don't need your pity, old man." "It's not pity," Santa said, standing as well. "It's an opportunity. Fight me because you want to destroy what I represent, and you'll lose. You'll always lose, because you can't destroy hope itself. But walk away. Acknowledge the light within you, and perhaps, next Christmas, you'll find yourself on a different list." Sasuke stared at Santa, his mind racing. Every instinct told him to fight, to prove his strength. But something in Santa's words had struck a chord. He thought of Sakura, of his daughter Sarada, of the village he protected. "This isn't over," Sasuke finally said, deactivating his Rinnegan. "Oh, it never is," Santa chuckled, his jolly demeanor returning. "Life is a constant battle between light and dark, but at least now you're fighting on the right side." He reached into his coat and pulled out a small wrapped box. "For Sarada. Every child deserves a gift, especially those with fathers trying to do better." Sasuke hesitated, then took the box. "What is it? You'll see on Christmas morning. Now go, Sasuke. Uchiha, your family's waiting." As Santa vanished into the snowstorm, Sasuke stood alone on the mountain. He looked at the small gift in his hand, then at the path leading back to the village. For the first time in years, he felt something close to peace. He began walking home, the snow crunching beneath his feet. Perhaps the old man was right. Perhaps there was still light within the darkness. And perhaps, just perhaps, next Christmas would be different. In the distance, he could hear Santa's laughter echoing across the mountains, carried on the winter wind like a promise of redemption yet to come.